Richmond Marathon 2022. Let's get into some facts before we talk about the major course specifics out here. So these are the frequently asked questions out on the race site. How do I receive my race packet? You can have your bib mailed to you, or you can pick it up on at the Health Expo. This is from Thursday, November 10th from 4 to 8. You can also do it Friday, November 11th from 11 to 8 p.m. Photo ID is required to pick up your packet. Can you switch corrals and waves? You can do this at the Health Expo. So make sure you do that if you are targeting a faster or a slower corral time on race day. Bag check is offered, but you must provide your own bag. Okay, so those are the facts. Make sure you head over to there. This is the corral start area. There's a lot going on race morning. You can see here that we have the half marathon start with the bag check right through here. We do have some pre-race water right through there. The 8K, same thing. You have the bag check right through here. This is the State Capitol Building, City Hall, Library of Virginia, the National, and then over here we have the Dominion Energy Center right off of 6th Street, and then on Grace Street we have the marathon starting line right through here with the bag check right through here. Porta Johns conveniently located here, and pre-race water mixed in right through here. Probably a good idea to bring a gel or two with you out on the course, and you can wash that down with a little pre-race water right through here. That is the corral. Again, that's all available on the marathon page right through here. This is a Boston qualifier race, and this is the elevation profile of the course. You can see here as we zoom in out on the course, you can see it's got about 723 feet of elevation gain. They are saying it has a gain of about 600 feet. You can see here the major hill out on course right here comes at mile 15.5-ish, and that's going to be an average grade of 1.2% with an elevation gain of 180 feet on race day. Length of about 3 miles. That's going to be very, very key later on when we start talking about the specifics to that. They haven't listed it out over here, but what they do have is a course map for you, so you can see where on course you have water stops, aid stations, that kind of thing, goo stations right through here, right at mile 14, 15, right through there. And on this breakdown right here, you can see we have a great little breakdown of the elevation profile, and that's going to come in handy as we talk specifics out on race day. You can see this is an example of a race targeted effort, and you can see for the first couple of miles, for these first 6 miles, we are just settling in through here. If we dive back out through over here, you can see that that is proportionate to the elevation gain as we have it right up through here. After that point, you are going to want to maintain your running up until this point. You are going to want to ease into things, and it's going to be very easy to get suckered into going too hard. Even though you're not going to be going fast or as fast as you would like to go, the effort level will probably be high right through this section. Coupled with the fact that this is the first little drag, the first 6 miles of the race, this is going to be a double-edged sword out on race day. Do not overdo this. Do not jump the gun, and let some people go. Don't be afraid to say, okay, I'll see you at the finish line. No big deal. This first key area out on course is from mile 6 to mile 7. This is about a mile long. It is a downhill. If you can move on this section via a run or a shuffle, that would be ideal. You want to avoid walking here as much as possible if you are trying to eke out some of those places or eke out a best time on this course. That is because if you walk during the downhill potential sections, you are giving away time to your PR or your competitors here. Much more beneficial to walk, say, up the major hill that everyone's talking about at mile 16 or a little bit before it, because they're not going to be going that much faster either. So this downhill section right through here, this is going to be the first fast extended section out on course. It is about a mile long, and that's just enough time for the legs to get softened up over the course of this distance. What is going to happen for most people is they're going to go out really hard for those first 6 miles. They're going to keep that pace up down this first mile. And after about another mile, when you get to about 8.5 through this section right through here, then you are going to start to feel it, and you're going to have people start to blow up or their days start to get derailed right through here. This is probably the point right at mile 7 where your race should begin. Okay, this flat section, you should be just targeting your race pace. You should be right around your heart rate values and all those other metrics that you've been training with right through there. You should be very, very consistent right in through here. And that is up until mile 10. So up until this point, you should have a relatively easy race day. I mean, you're going to have to actively be going down your checklist of fueling, pacing, make sure you're monitoring your heart rate, power, cadence, all that good stuff, and especially stride. When you're going downhill, make sure you are still landing underneath you. You are not extending those feet out in front of you and actively braking with heel striking and absorbing that impact with your quads. You want to let gravity do the work as much as possible here. There are a couple -4% in here, so that might not always be the case, but when possible, let gravity just assist you down the hill and just get down there. From mile 7 to 10, again, that is your pace, your marathon pace. That should be pretty easy to handle up until mile 10, right through here. This is where the real work starts. So from mile 10 to about the halfway point, that's going to be rolling uphills or undulating uphills. There will be some downhill points up here, but that's going to be the hardest continuous section out on course. It's going to be from right before the golf course, right, and extending all the way up until about the halfway point, up until you're almost getting to that Forest Hill State Park, right? Once you get to that Forest Hill Park, then things go down and you just drop down, okay? But up until right before that park, you know, make sure you are monitoring your heart rate and your pace together, not individually. You know, don't let the heart rate spike up. And if you have to walk a little bit, that's okay. Remember what we talked about. Some of these sections right here are 3.5%. It's okay to walk up those sections or alternate the walk run through this point right here. Again, that's going to be the point at which you limit the damage when you do walk and kind of recover. Even if it's only a 20-30 second walk, this area right through here is going to be where you can get a little bit of a break while also not giving away your race, if you know what I mean. After you get to that Forest Hill Park area, you are going to get dropped down there. Again, there's going to be a couple of hills mixed in, but you are going to have a couple of really steep downhills mixed throughout this area right here up until mile about 16. And again, this is just pretty much a carbon copy of what is happening before here. This is a long extended downhill from mile 6 to mile 7. From that halfway point up until mile 16, 15.9, this is going to be an area where your legs do get softened up. Again, you're going to want to go down this hill or down these hills. Not as fast as possible, but letting gravity assist you as much as possible. And this is going to do a couple of things. As you are just getting down the hill and letting gravity do that, your effort level should drop considerably. Your heart rate should drop. Everything should just be easier. Cadence will probably be heavier, or not heavier. Cadence will probably be higher through this point right through here. And again, once you climb up here, mile 15.9 to 16.2 is going to be the major hill right through there. And after this point, it does kind of flatten out a bit. So once you get past this 0.3 section over here from 15.9 to 16.2, you should have a little more happy days. And if you look right over the river right through here and we go back to our little profile, there is a GOO station right before this. Make sure you are utilizing that. Make sure you do not miss your nutrition leading up to this point. They're also going to have aid right through here as well. But hopping back over to our race day analysis, once you get back through here, mile 16, 16.5, top of the hill, you should be able to run up this. This is not an overly aggressive hill, and if we zoom in here, you can see here that we are averaging about a 0.5, 0.6 area out on race day. So once you climb the major portion of hill, you should be able to at least maintain your pace, maintain your race effort target right through this point. after mile 18, once you get to about 17.8, it should be a pretty straightforward roll into the finish line. Again, if you are going to have to alternate your walk run, that is a-okay. Keep moving as much as possible and limiting the damage by walking on the uphill sections, or at least walking for a couple of seconds on those uphill sections. After that, get back to it. Throughout the day, it could be a cold day, it could be a warm day, it's just a wild card. I would bring as many layers as you think you need. It's totally okay to bring a couple layers and throw them away at some of those aid stations if you feel like you don't need them. And just plan accordingly for race day. As it gets closer, we're going to start to connect a little bit more and talk race day specifics, but take a look at your training peaks. Most of your paces are already up there, and we'll tackle this race as it gets closer.